Happy Tuesday, everybody. It's been a week. It's been it's been a little while. It's been pretty crazy time as it sure is for everybody. Got to travel last week for the first time. It was awesome to see everybody out there in Vancouver that I got a chance to be in touch with. Meet a whole bunch of people I hadn't seen in person or met in person, but I'd talked to however many times in Alberta. So that was pretty cool. It was just it was really good to get out on the road and see a lot of you and be on some job sites and let's say reconnect with my window cleaning soul a little bit. It was awesome last week to see it. So that said, we have got another edition of our weekly newsletter, the CP Gazette. We've got some thoughts today around delegation. Some headlines, as always. Our Rookie and Entrepreneur of the Week, K-Clubs, is coming at you. And we're going to jump in with this week's theme is around delegation. So, there's going to be a lot of options as you move into the second half of the season. And, it's crazy to think that we're not even halfway through the year. So, in case anyone's thinking about maybe slowing down, we're not even halfway. So let's go. If you're ahead of your goal, keep it going. If you're behind, you're not even halfway. Let's go. So, but the theme of the week is the secrets of delegation, and something that's going to be part of some of your TS Junes that are coming up this week and next week. It's a really, really important skill, and I think there's a big difference between delegation and dumping. And sometimes that gets missed. And being able to delegate properly and bring somebody through some graduated learning and using situational leadership, it's really, really important to take that, to being able to take that, what is now a buzzword in delegation and can be sexy. I'm just going to delegate it out and actually make it a skill and make it a useful part of your business. So there's a lot of different things. Definitely talk about it. There's an option, again, as your business expenses and some of your variable expenses go down and your overhead gets covered, that you can start to delegate some things. There's a bit more cash flow in the business. Don't over delegate because you're going to overpay to be able to do that. But it's a huge opportunity to get out there and have that. So some of the keys for me, delegation, is define the goal. It's hard to tell somebody what to do if there's not a goal. If they don't know what they're working towards, they're just working. So make sure that that's there. Demonstrate. Do they know exactly what they need to do? There's a big part of delegation. You can't delegate something to somebody until they have the competence to be able to go out and do that. It's just not possible. So, as you go through some of that stuff, making sure that somebody has a competence level to be able to do it. To delegate, they need to know what they need to do, and they need to know how to do it. And if you're missing any of those, or those aren't done at a great level, the better those two can be done, the better you're going to be able to go out there and delegate. And then communicating the deadline, by when. So do they know what they need to do? Do they know how to do it? And they need to know by when. Just a couple really simple things, and being able to get that out to people is a huge part of aligning and being able to actually delegate a task out to somebody. So keep that in mind. Big part of TS Junes as you look at how you want to best structure your business for the second half. Because did I mention we're only halfway done? We're only about halfway done here. So and that's the summer season. Then you get the third period, which is September, October, which is a whole nother game. So we'll talk about that another time. But gosh, people that make bank in the fall is really, really important. So TS Junes. This week and next, most in Ontario are this week, most out west are this week, and then Mansask, you guys are next week. So make sure you've got all that in there. TS Junes are not optional. They're training sessions, and they're really built. We spent a bunch of time building and designing to look at the key areas that are going to help give you momentum into the second half, because you're great. We're halfway done. So next 2022, I put a video out this morning, actually, around the ITO deadline this Sunday, so June 20th. Talk to your coach for more details. Again, that link is in the WhatsApp, so go back and check it out if you haven't. Needs rescheduling is scaring me a little bit. There's a lot in there that probably doesn't need to be in there. Those are people that booked work with you, and they're a huge, just straight loss. They're almost as bad as AR, right? So make sure you're getting to your AR. Make sure you're getting your needs rescheduling. It's only June 15th. People are an option to get into your schedule. The season has not come past them, but if the longer you let it go, the longer a competitor will be doing neighbor's window, and they're like, can you just get mine done while you're here? Make it easy for the customer and own it. If you forgot something, if you missed it, just freaking own it and get out there. Hey, I missed it. Can I do the work for you? Do what you need to do to be able to get those people back in your schedule. Some tech updates. Again, just the needs rescheduling action plan was revamped. We're looking at actually having both a client tether and a window cleaning production summit. So 2 different summits at the end of the year, because we're really, all in on 2022 and really just making sure we can build that. But I'm going to build that in 2021. So that's really important as we look at continuing to grow and evolve the business. K clubs. We got to keep moving through these K clubs. We got to keep pushing. So 25 K club kicks off with Cole Glover, John Douglas, Omri, Matt Scott, Jeremy Wilson, Brendan Bowler, Kayla Wilson, Nathan Egan, Martin Soroka, Slada, Will Keever, Joy Higgins, Simone, Flynn, Riley Johnson, and Adam Mikowski. 25K club. 30K club. Eric Blanley, Cody Bereza, Nashua. It was good to see you, Nashua, last week. Nigel, Callum Martin, Akil Sukman. Great job, everybody, in 30K club. 35K club. Lachlan McDonald, Aiden Scott, Vanessa Douglas, Megan Moore, Allison Blaine. Allison was good to see you last week, too. Pierce Baker, John Beaton, Noah Sloan, Connor Kozak, Julia Moore, Mark Wonko, Alex Sauer. Alec, good to see you. Elias Jensen, Talia, Braden Hudson, and Chase Buchanan. Great job, everybody. 40K club. Daniel Clapper, Will Hall, Wes McDonald, Micah Van Stone, Connor Evans, Daniel Batoon, Oleg, great to see you, George Laramont, and Sam Taylor in that 40K club. 45K club, Aiden Clark, SJ, Io, Muzz, Adam Nabat, Liam Duff, Carissa, and Jatesh. Great job, everybody. 50K club, Juan Barrera, Somto, Brenner Murray, nice to shake your hand, Brenner Murray, Tarek Burry, Noah Asbridge, Zach Irvine, Lucas Timpson, and Cole Olford. Great job, everybody, in that 50K club. Halfway to 6 digits. 55K club for the rookies in this club. Officially a Prez club for Brandon White. Well done. Himanish, Emily Nadeau, Prez club, and Matt Tkach. Great job. 65K club. Austin Uti. Great job there, Austin and Amy. Good to just talk to you right now about your Rookie of the Week from last week. 70K club, Braden Fleury, Colin Harrell, and Jamie Schultz. 75K club, Ruben Smith and Henry. Great to see you in Edmonton there, Henry, on the tour. 95K club, we skip a few where we've got Mr. Ben Seeley and Mr. Joel Warner. 105K club, Erica McAllister. 115K club, Emma Seed Binney. 125K, Mr. David DiFrancesco Marino. 165, Alex Horner, and 180, still leading the way, Kian. So those top dogs, I don't know, you're stalling out a little bit at the top, but it's awesome to see the progress you guys are making. 200 is still well within that grasp of what you guys are trying to do. Get it. Make sure you get that 2 in front of there. It's never happened before. So one of the two, I shouldn't say one of the two, there's a few in here that have an opportunity, I think, to do it, but be the first ever to hit 200K. In the student model. It'd be unreal. So keep after it. Rookie of the Week nominations kicks off with Andrew Hanaka. Andrew, you booked $4,600 last week. Grew the business by almost 22% in a week. Man, that's awesome, especially in June. Really well done. Aiden Clark, just over $6,000 booked, just under $8,000 produced. Back-to-back nominations. Man, those are two solid stats there for you. Eric Blaney, 4,700 booked, just under $4,000 produced. Man, I love the fact that you booked more than you produced last week. It's huge. Lily Nagel booked 3,600. Another super solid marketing week for you. Great job. Just awesome momentum over the last few weeks. Liam Duff booked 5,200, produced 5,500. Super balanced. Colin Harrell, $5,000 booked, 7K produced. Training a brand new crew. It was really cool to see you too. Again out there last week. Austin Blaine, 3,700 booked, 3K produced. Still dealing with some issues. Just outside of the business, still putting work in it, and again, finished booked more than you produced last week. It's huge. It's keeping the gap going on the right side. Duran Brammer booked $4,500 between PCs and external, and produced a full week of production with your crew. Great job. Daniel Goulet, another solid week, booked 4,400, produced 6,400. Callum Theobald, again, biggest week yet, booking over $4,400, producing, hitting your stride, man. That's super cool. So those are your Rookie of the Week nominations. Our Entrepreneur of the Week nominations. Kicking it off with a recent winner, and Mr. Braden Fleury, $4,500 booked, 6,500 produced. Great job. It's another super consistent week for you, man. Plodding along. It's awesome. Erica, you booked almost just under $5,000, produced 8K. Just nice work keeping it, again, momentum. Bang, bang, bang. Mr. Ben Seeley, you booked $7,000, produced just over 8. Big week on both sides of the business for you. Great job. Really well done there, Ben. Henry, 6K booked, 8K produced. So just shy of, I guess, what some of the stuff there Ben was doing, but it's another nomination for you, man. Just great work this week. Awesome to see you. Love the energy and the attitude. man, it's everything. So great job, Henry. Tarek Brewery booked $4,000, produced 5,500. Another nice week. Nigel Nielsen booked $6,000, produced 2. Just keeping that marketing momentum, man. That is the trick. That's the trick, is the marketing momentum. So great job, Nigel. So our winners this week, our rookie of the week is Mr. Aiden Clark. Nice job there, Aiden. $6,000 booked, almost $8,000 produced, back-to-back nominations, just rolling through. This week you get the win. Aiden Clark, rookie of the week, man. Great job. And our entrepreneur of the week goes to Mr. Ben Seeley. Ben, just under $7,000 booked, just over $8,000 produced. Big week, just both sides of the business. Balanced, great job. So our rookie of the week, again, Aiden Clark. Our entrepreneur of the week, congrats, Mr. Ben Seeley. I'll talk to both of you lads later this week. And birthdays for this week, Connor Evans, June 14th. So happy belated here to you there, Connor. I love the quote here too. It's one of the ones that's in here. Just saw is just why fit in when you were born to stand out. I think it's just an interesting time in the world right now where people are just, I don't know, people aren't doing what they're supposed to do. It's just a weird situation as a whole. So when I think about what's going on, and there's there's a labor shortage across the country right now. There's people that aren't working. There's people that are just making stupid decisions. It's just silly. And for you, like it's. Those that are putting in work right now, you're going against the grain. And I feel like that popped up a few times this week where people were going a bit against the grain. Way to talk a bit about that, how that's okay, right? And especially people that are graduating or towards a different part of school, and should I do something in my field? Like, I think honestly, if the world has taught me anything over the last year, is that doing something the way that you're supposed to do it is not necessarily the way that you get certainty in safety. Having my destiny and my outcome in my own hands has been a really, really big thing for me over the last 18 months. It's probably kept me sane. Probably gone a little insane every once in a while, but at the same time, it's why I have confidence. It's how I sleep at night. No one else is in control of where my destiny, my performance, and whether or not what I get to do, and what because I'm working for it. And I get to set my own path, and that's sometimes the harder path to do it. But with all that said, congratulations to everybody making progress. Enjoy your TS Junes. They're a huge opportunity to meet other people. Get out there, have fun with it. Have a great rest of your week, everybody. Keep building momentum. It's always going either with you or against you. Make sure you're doing the things that get it going in the right way for you, so that you don't have to put that energy into stopping it and moving it the other way. Have an amazing week, everybody. I don't know if I mentioned it, but we're not even halfway yet. So keep at it. It's the middle of June. Let's go, everybody. Let's go.